Welcome to episode number 1 of the Learning Curve Show. I am David Alves, and I am joined by my co-host, Greg Margolin. We are senior solution architects and managing partners of Global Quality Partners. So, Greg, what are we talking about today?
Let's talk about what we call a 911 call. When a customer has a production issue and business comes to a halt, or as we like to say, money is spilling out on the floor. In this situation, as we know, business or careers are at stake and heads might roll.
Yes, that is something we get calls to help out with much more often than we actually should. Uh, quite often new software releases or campaigns, sales campaigns, or online product launches, e-commerce, websites, and SaaS vendors, they find themselves unable to handle the traffic that they experience, and you end up with upper management being very upset and 20 plus employees on a daily call to resolve the problem with everybody finger pointing in all directions. A big problem we get quite a few calls from our customers looking for help with.
So, what is the right way to handle this?
Well, Greg, the answer involves people, process, and tools, as it often does, but they must be applied effectively. First and foremost, if you have the ability to roll back the release, you should. I think we all know that, and that almost goes without saying. Hopefully, you have a blue-green deployment environment, or if not, maybe a canary style deployment methodology, but that's the best thing to do. Unfortunately, most clients don't have that set up. Number two, you need to appoint a leader, and this leader must be blessed by upper management. And everybody must be made aware that this person is the leader and that they should listen to what this person has to say, follow their instructions. They make the final call and give them priority support as needed. This person ideally should be somebody with hardware and software performance experience, actually performance engineering experience, and somebody who's been around and understands how computer systems work and what typical problems might exist. The next thing you need to do is to put together a succinct team of leaders from all disciplines to work the problem. Um, these should be, you don't need 20 people on a call all at once, right? What you need is a core team of leaders who know who to bring into a call with specific expertise should it be needed. But no need to have 20 plus employees on the phone at any given time. Next, you're going to need to assess what load generation and application performance management tools you may have at your disposal. Um, Certainly, you're going to need an application performance management tool such as App Dynamics, Dynatrace, SolarWinds. These are the three most popular, but others may suffice. And hopefully, you can see things in your production environment and analyze them there. Unfortunately, if you could, you probably would have done it by now. So you got to also look at load generation tools where you create um, loads similar to what's happening in production in a pre-production environment and try to assess what the problem might be in that environment as opposed to in production. Of course, the major tools there are LoadRunner, Neoload, and you may use open source tools such as JMeter, etc. The fifth thing that you should consider is that the core team leader should act as a forensic detective. Working together with the core team, they should analyze the symptoms of the problem using a top-down approach. For instance, is the problem related to memory, CPU, etc. Identify potential root causes, develop a hypothesis for the primary root cause, and design a test to prove it true or false. Once you've proven your primary root cause true or false, you need to design a subsequent test based on that previous test, and you want to continue to drill down in a very methodical way, following the scientific method, right? Um, Changing only one variable at a time until you come down to the ultimate root cause at a granular level that's acceptable. Uh, this is a very important step, right? And this is a rinse and repeat. You continue to do this over and over, drill down more and more as you conduct your tests. If you get a true to one of your hypotheses, you continue to drill down. If you get a false, you may branch off in a different direction. But the idea is to use the scientific method, be very methodical, and it's important that this is led by the leader or somebody who has the ultimate say. And ideally, this person has a testing or QA background, but also understands software and hardware and how systems interact and architecture, and has a lot of experience with different systems, and can help lead the team, the core team, in finding the right answers and traversing the proper hypothetical tree, so to speak. Very important. The person in charge that's driving this whole process and that they have that kind of experience. Lastly, once the root cause is identified, the core team should decide upon a remediation. They should have it implemented, tested, and then verify the actual fix. That is about it, Greg, from my perspective. Anything you want to add?
I think this is a great and useful list. I would like to add a few more. Learn from your mistakes. Don't step on the same brake twice. Improve your process each time. Prevention is always better than heroic actions. Okay, David, can you please put what you just said all together on one screen?
Here you go, Greg. Everything on one screen. And we'll leave it up for a bit if anyone needs to do a screen capture or anything of that nature.
That's it, folks. If you have any questions about what you heard here today or would like to discuss anything else, please send them to the email addresses you see on the screen, and we will try to cover them in the upcoming weeks. Remember, it is your questions that drive this show. Goodbye, my friends. I hope to see you again next week.
All right, folks, thanks for your time and goodbye.